April 28th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about biokinetic energy, telekinesis. What can you do with it? What can you actually do with it? Possibilities might be endless. Might be beyond even comprehension. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about a story that happened from the past. And I wanted also to get out, hold on guys, I want you guys, if you get a chance, to look up this site. It's called Tech Ingredients. And I want you to look up one that says, no, we didn't use magic to crush this can. No, we didn't use magic to crush this can. Now, this is from 2 years ago. And this gentleman, I'm sure he's a teacher. He's in kind of like a small lab. I think he's got it at his own home or maybe at college or whatever. I'm going to show this to you guys real quick. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully I'm getting it in there. Check that out. I'm not affiliated with any other YouTube channel, but this is going to pertain to the biokinetic energy, the chi, the chai, or whatever you want to call it, that we move around with our brains, or somewhere anyway. So hold on, guys. So let's talk about a story, a real story. Way back, like I said, it was about, I don't know, 12 years ago, when I was going through my divorce. I went to a lot of different meetup groups. Well, I danced a lot, went to a lot of different groups and stuff, different things. But I also went to a meetup group where they did drumming. Okay, now hold on just a second, guys. Okay, you see that? Yeah, I went to a class where they taught drumming. Just for, oh, I know, a few months. Just to have some fun. But we got a lot to talk about what happened in that class. And this is where the biokinetic energy is going to come into play. Okay, guys, I'm back. And these are actual sheets, even with the lady's name that taught the class on these sheets. Okay, guys? But this actually explains how you drum, okay? And she actually, I don't know if she was working at the college or not. They were over on the Kansas side there. She lived in a fairly fancy home. A lot of college gals went to her class. And a lot of different church groups. And we're going to get into this biokinetic energy because there was something, an incident that took place one night. So I'm going to lift this up real quick so you guys can see the drum again. And you sit there in the chairs that are made for that. This gaming chair is not really made for that, okay, guys? So I go over there one night and I took some Coke with me. Have something to drink. And they drummed down in her basement. It was a fairly big house that she had. Supposedly she'd went through, I think, a divorce. Her ex-husband was a lawyer out in California. And she was in like a witchcraft group. And like I say, she worked, I'm pretty sure she was working at the college there. And a lot of young college gals there too. But a lot of gals also from Unity, Church of the Resurrection. A lot more from Unity. And you know, I've talked about this before, about, you know, the Reiki. These gals are Reiki gals too. Yeah, they're Reiki gals, okay, because they've learned to move this energy around, and they're not all good. A lot of them are out to do bad things. So what does the Coke can have to do with all this? Well, that's a good question. So we're sitting on these chairs in this basement. Concrete floor. Take the can. I place it underneath my chair because she's got all these chairs. There is only so much room. So I place it underneath the chair, and these are kind of like four-legged chairs. So I put it underneath the chair, and I had to get up, go to the restroom. I come back. And this one lady that was sitting right beside me off to my right, actually, she was a Reiki person, we'll put it that way. Well, what does this have to do with all this? Well, I can explain something. This can actually exploded. Now, it didn't explode in a normal way. See, our energies are unique. And you hear EE arts talk about, well, there's groups out there like the board trying to assimilate. Oh yeah, there's groups out there. There's witchcraft groups, other groups that like to assimilate. But some of us are a lot different. And what was unique about this was this can actually started leaking, but it looked like a 22 bullet went through it. Now, okay, you could think, okay, well, did this gal, when I got up to go to the restroom, she stuck something in it? Well, yeah, that'd be okay, but there's a problem with that. Problem is, it exploded outward, meaning when that hole was created, it wasn't poked in where the metal would turn in, it turned out. So why I showed that basically other YouTube channel that I told you guys to check out, he's talking about a lot about physics, a lot of high-tech stuff, and a lot of stuff they're planning on doing in the future, but there's a lot of stuff that we can do now. And hold on, guys. The thing of this is we could actually do some of this stuff with our minds. Now, what I've been looking at, I'm still looking to get out and date, guys. Yeah, and I'm looking for somebody that can move this energy, but a star seed, a real star seed, not some evil Reiki person. The thing of this is, my energy and that lady's energy are two totally different amounts. And what I believe happened, just like a nuclear explosion, our energies being together and basically caused that to happen like that. Now, was it coincidence? Oh no, there's more to that here. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. But so the lady, let's get back to the witchcraft just a little bit. The lady that had the drumming class, she felt that it was, I know she probably thought it was her fault in one respect. I'm not saying she was good either, but she was witchcraft, and like I say, she was an activist. She's told everybody she was an activist. So, you know how that goes too, guys. But the thing of this was, in witchcraft, when you go to these groups, whether you go into, say, like a, what am I looking to say here, like these shops, metaphysics shops, if they have like group meetups, they usually will have, I'm going to show you something. Here's one of my quartz crystals. They'll usually take a quartz crystal or a cluster, and they'll tie it from the ceiling, okay? And it's either supposed to shield off or absorb anything in between. Well, I noticed the next time I went to the class that she actually had something there. Downtown, down there by Westport, they always have something. In those up in the loft, they always have something there. But would it have stopped it? I don't think so. Because our energies are very unique and very strong. And depending, it's like, negative and positive, or two positives and two negatives. I think there's a lot more to all this. And that's what I'm still doing a lot of research on, still looking at. That's why I'd like to find, like I say, a younger lady, about 35 years of age, that actually can wield this energy. But there's a lot of them that can't. There's a lot of them in those witchcraft groups. They might join, but they just don't have it. They don't have it, guys. But like I said, I wanted to show this because my evidence. Now the can, I finally threw the can away. I don't have the can anymore. I did do a video way back, and I don't know, I can't find that video anymore. It's disappeared. And I don't understand that either. But watch this guy's video. Now it's 40 minutes long, and if you don't have any tolerance for science or anything, you're not going to be able to handle this at all. 'Cause this guy, he explains it in layman's terms, but he gets technical. Like I say, it's called Tech Ingredients, and it was over 2 years ago. It says, no, we didn't use magic to crush this can. But think of this. Our energies, we could focus our energies. I'm sure this gal didn't like me at all. A lot of them don't, because they don't want anybody knowing about the energy. So here she's got her hate over there, formed an energy. I'm just sitting here with my pure white light energy. Those two energies combined, causing that can to explode outwards. But in a controlled situation. Size of like I say, a 22 bullet, or like say like a pencil hole. Which I found unique. Now, I would like to talk to this guy that did this video, because there's still several other things because some of the stuff they talk about, we're way beyond. We can do many more things than people can even imagine. You hear always talk about this manifestation. Well, that's fine and dandy, but also we need to use it between the energies and the science both. It's got to kind of combine together between the two. There's a connection between the two. Some of it can be explained, some of it can't. So, why do I believe that? I know the energies were not compatible. And some of us are not compatible with other, like I say, other species. There's different species out there that just don't, I don't know, it'd be like trying to mate a rabbit with a dog or something. It just won't happen. It just doesn't happen. Oh, I guess they could, probably genetic-wise today, anything. But, I told you I took some Coke with me, okay? So, another thing here, which is interesting, very interesting, is I had 2 Cokes I took with me, okay? And I actually didn't drink either one of them. I didn't really get that thirsty. Now, the one actually exploded outwards. And like I say, it looked like a 22 bullet coming out of it. Which I've never seen. I've seen cans explode. I've seen it, start leaking, but not in a complete circle where it looked like it exploded outward. So I get back to the house, and guys, this is getting on with this. I've been doing a lot of remodeling here in the house and stuff. I'm getting close to getting done. I still have a couple of rooms left. I did the bedrooms and the hallway, the dining room. I've got all done and everything. Still got to do the living room and the kitchen. But that's where this gets even stranger. So I come back in, this energy. Can energy be placed in things? Sure, energy can be placed. Sure, energy can be placed in crystals. You can, what they call charging the crystal. Can your intent be put in there? Well, I think, yeah, in a certain way, maybe. Yeah, there's things that can happen that can be put in. But I always notice that all this energy is always for something bad and destructive. It's never, it's like I said, everybody can pull with this chi, biokinetic energy. But to throw that energy out to make somebody laugh or feel good, you got to read a book a mile long. Why is that? I don't know. Now, of course, we talked about that. We said, well, is it just in human nature? Not, I shouldn't say human nature, but nature of the whole universe to feed. It's just something for survival. But it can be used for bad things too. So anyway, I get the other can back here. And at my house here, got a big mirror that faces the front door going out. Old antique mirror. And as soon as I walked through the door with this Coke can, what do you think happened? It exploded, the other one. It exploded. Now, this guy talks about how he uses the field and electricity to crush this Coke can. But he talks about if the wire field, basically, if the field was not around there, this thing wouldn't crush in. The can would explode outward if that wasn't around it. Okay, think about this. Now, the witchcrafts don't like the mirrors. They don't like the mirrors in the bedroom, probably because a lot of them are way overweight, but it ain't just that. The mirrors also will push energy out. Kind of, deflect it. And that's what it did. So when he talks about this in science, in theory, and he crushes that Coke can using, he's got those copper wrapped around then there, but he also explains that a lot of the teachers that talk about this tell their students, basically they're being told wrong about how this is happening and why. Get a chance, watch this video, guys. But we have a capability of so much more. And there's a lot of them out there that don't want everybody to know that. And like I say, if you're one of those ones that stand in the light, the actual light, the other ones don't like it at all. So anyway, just a short little video here, guys. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. And if there's any ladies out there 35 or younger that would like to go out, I'm still looking to date a little bit. My email is eyesopen3am@gmail.com. I still got a couple more tickets there left to go to that concert. It's going to be coming up in Ameristar. Like I say, I'll probably have some good old leg room here. But anyway, guys, have a good one.